Today, we're going to turn a couple of these old thrift shop speakers into this. And then we'll take these small but powerful radios and tie these musical bicycles together to make an entire city block into a dance party while we bicycle. So I've been working on projects like this for over 15 years, and there's a number of things that work against having a fun dance party outdoors with a bicycle. Mainly, it's that it needs to be really loud because you're outside. There's no what's called room gain. There's no walls that are reflecting the sound back at you. So you have to have an extra loud source of the music. And generally, you achieve extra loud music by throwing a lot of energy into the stereo system, or the stereo is very large, or you spend a lot of money. So all of those things make it very difficult to actually have fun with a bicycle stereo system. But there's a few things that have changed recently, one of which are little lithium batteries. I get these from medical devices that need to change the batteries out. These are extremely powerful batteries. And then there are new circuit board amplifiers. This tiny amplifier produces a great deal of musical audio output. So I tie a number of these batteries together. I have 6 of them together, and it makes 24 volts of electricity. This is capable of handling that. It can go up to 27. I'll have a link down below for this very amplifier. And it's connected to 4 speakers in parallel. So stereo, left and right, and in parallel. So that's the beginning of this working very well. A couple years back, there was a Danish engineer that started making these outdoor speakers for festivals throughout Europe called the Boominator. And it could be run with so little electricity that solar panels just on the speaker itself could run the speaker indefinitely. It was an extremely impressive design. And he employed something called a bipolar speaker arrangement, where one speaker faced out and the other one faced back, and they both supported one another. Much like when you place a speaker against a wall, it ends up sounding warmer and louder because it's reflecting off the wall. In this case, it's reflecting off the waves created by the sister speaker that's pushing into one another. It's a brilliant design, and it's very effective in the outdoors when you don't have a lot of power. And when you're bicycling, you definitely don't have a lot of power. It just has to be a small battery, right? So I'm doing a version of that Boominator speaker that fellow really worked on. It was a bunch of people that worked on it, and I am doing it in a very crappy manner. I'm just using thrift shop speakers like this, and they're like $10 a pair, and they're not great. They're definitely not efficient. They sound good. They sound quite good, and they're very affordable. And it's kind of the type of thing that you wouldn't mind rolling down the road with. I mean, even if it fell off, I mean, no big deal. So I've made an arrangement that looks about like this, where speakers are facing out and facing forward, and then it can just sit on the bicycle like that. And it's a bit of a strange arrangement because they're not in line. You know, the speakers aren't perfectly synced up. But I have to do this because my feet will kick the speakers if I don't slant them back. But in this case, my feet are plenty far from the speakers. So this is what we are going to use tomorrow night. These are the radios we'll be using this evening to tie numerous stereos together. This would be the DJ's bicycle, and it both would go to its own stereo and transmit out to these other 3. So there would be 4 speaker systems in total. And this particular brand can do aux out or optical for those audio nerds. It's actually a lovely little radio, and it transmits hundreds of feet with 2.4 gigahertz RF signal. It's not Bluetooth, it's not Wi-Fi, it's just a radio signal that requires no pairing. It's lovely.